2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports. GA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you.
Oh, that's a great story. David, thank you. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herder make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the small forward position.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
Back to Young.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Young against Westbrook. Tries again. Here's Capella. The kick out to Young. Good on the three-point shot.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
It's Harden with the drive. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got 6.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
Now, here is Young. Capella. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Red hot so far. 4 for 4. Cooking with gas. Couldn't draw it up any better.
Young passes to Herder. Capella trying to free himself up. And Herder gets it to go.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
To the left wing. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stop.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
And so it's Atlanta with it, following the score by Houston. Young's shot is good.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Here's Harden. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 10 points for him. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set. Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively. And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the...
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
And Harden, an absolute vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Young passes to Herder. It's tipped. And here we go. Houston running again. Rips down the breakaway slam.
displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Awesome concentration there. When Hunter's committed to scoring, he's hard to stop.
Harden outside. Pass to Tucker. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
The Rockets shooting their first foul shot of the night. That free throw good from Harden.
You know, it's become almost a foregone conclusion that Harden is going to lead the league in free throw attempts every year. He is a master at getting to the line.
It's stolen by McLemore. And it's the Rockets on the break. And the jam by Harden.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Jeff Teague doing exactly what a point guard should do, setting up his guys nicely.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. And we'll be back with you shortly.
In the gym trying to work.
Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, I'm playing off the.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Harden and Gordon, the guard tandem. Green is out there with DeMarre Carroll, and it's McLemore in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. It's stolen by Reddish. And now here comes Teague leading the break. The rebound by Harden. Houston leading by 18. Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Harden against Teague. The pass to Reddish. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Bembry. Over Gordon. Bembry misses. Here's Houston now. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Green, no luck. The Hawks shooting 43% for the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Passes it to Reddish. Stolen by Harden. There's McLemore. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. McLemore's got his first basket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
T kicks to Bembry. Just 5 to shoot. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
A shot by Harden. Wide open. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
To the middle. Dishes to Jones. Teague the pass to Jones. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Teague can't hit. Rockets leading by 20. And they're running. Here's Harden. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Here's Jones. Dishes to Teague. Dedmon trying to break free. Offensive rebound. Pass to Reddish. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. From deep, Harden. The shot, no good. And Atlanta will come the other way.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
To the inside, here's Green. Atlanta with the rebound. Dedmon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. For the Hawks, a tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Westbrook up top, down low, Tucker. That shot, no good. Collins with some nice D. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And that one's good. Hunter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Westbrook. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Young. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Young's got 7 points in the game. And so it's Houston holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be right back after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 23 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And 2017's most valuable player, Russell Westbrook. And that'll do.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half has to take a lot out of it.
On the court for Atlanta, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the point.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
To the middle. Here's Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Capella's got his second basket of the night. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention four-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Harden's shot is off.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Capella.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Inside, Gordon is at a disadvantage, but he's tough and he's physical. I mean, he's able to play through contact on that shot.
Houston making a switch. McLemore's checked in. Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. The Hawks trail by 4. And he drops it in from the low post. 8 points for Cam Reddish.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Houston, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You know, it's said that the only thing Tucker is more obsessed with than on-court success is his sneaker game. I heard that he literally has hundreds of pairs of sneakers.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Robert Covington. Shot clock at 2. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Houston. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Fernando's checked in. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Rockets last season traded Clint Capella for Robert Covington. The front office felt it was a move they had to make to go from good to great. And, of course, they certainly gave up size, but with Westbrook and Harden in the lineup, they needed more shooting. Open driving lanes to be at their best. And Covington provides that, along with great perimeter defense. Guys?
A team that's no stranger to bold moves. Thanks, David.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Houston moving it around. Rivers kicks to Gordon. Back to Rivers. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For Houston, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. And the technical free throw is good.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Right wing. It's stolen by Jones. There's the pass to Fernando. Jones dishes to Teague. Back to Jones. Inside. And it's Teague. That time on the assist by Jones. Teague's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks. Pass to McLemore. He dishes it to Tucker. Gordon, the pass to Tucker. Kicks it to Carroll. Here's Rivers. Another miss by Houston. For Atlanta, they've gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Rockets trail by 6. Knocks it loose. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, you know, Gordon feeds off being the aggressor. He wants to be in attack mode and really make it tough for the defender to dictate what he's going to do.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Daniel House is checked in for Damari Carroll. James Harden comes in for McLemore. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Austin Rivers.
Westbrook's so good at maintaining control, even though he plays at high speed and with great aggressiveness.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they're getting in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Gordon, count it, and the foul. It's going to be on Trae Young.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The Rockets have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8. A free throw good from Eric Gordon.
Really appreciate the all-around game of Gordon. He's an underrated defender, but a dynamic scorer.
To the paint. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Westbrook passes to Tucker. And here's Harden for 3. Another miss by Houston. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Hawks on top. They lead by 3. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Here's Herder. Young left side. Back to Herder. Passes it to Collins. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
Out left to the wing, and as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
The Hawks working the ball around.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
It's Young on the wing. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Harden can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Herder, no good. Rocket shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. And that's an intentional foul. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. His point to them was that they've put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
Harden hits them both.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Atlanta leading by 7. Feeds to Capella. Shooting foul as the whistle, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
But they're still in this one, fellas. Can they pump it up a notch here in the clutch?
Hunter dishes to Collins. Stolen by Tucker. Here's Harden. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, Harden is a remarkable talent, especially offensively. A versatile scorer who really is unstoppable once he gets going.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hawks.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. 4 on the clock. Pass to Herder. He kicks it to Young. Here's Capella from deep. Again, Young missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Tucker.
And sometimes it's simply a matter of effort. Tucker outworking people in transition.
Young passes to Herder. Back to Young. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter. Lob pass to Capella. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
The 6'10" Capella showing you some bounce on that alley-oop.
Here's Harden, and Capella sends it back. Here's Herder. He's covered by Westbrook. Kicks it out to Collins. The pass to Herder. Inside, Capella. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
You know, it's really hard to match up against Clint Capella's height and length. I mean, sometimes you got to foul it.
And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in. Rockets trail by 10. Right side, Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Excellent job that time by Westbrook. Spots a weakness and then burst right to exploit it.
Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And so Young nails them both. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Westbrook. Unloads from 9, and he gets the jumper to drop.
Westbrook is all business as a scorer. He makes the complicated look simple.
Young looking around. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Young from deep three-point range. No good there. And so the Hawks take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg... coming up next. Well, the weekend has officially begun. And D.A.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Young and Herder make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center position. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
And it's Capella missing. Anunoby finds VanVleet. Right side Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Clock at 6. Ibaka against Capella. Ibaka, no luck. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Lowry against Young. Capella, the pass to Young. Kept alive. Back to Capella. It's Young on the wing. Now the feed to Capella. Yep, it counts.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Down low. Outside for Lowry. Passes to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to play tonight.
Young, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And they get it back. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Young passes to Capella. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Toronto. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Terrence Davis in for Fred VanVleet. Then for the Hawks, Damian Jones is checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herder. And it's Teagan for Trae Young. And it's denied! Sent back by Siakam. Davis, that's for 2. Raptors get it back.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Teague. Davis with the double team. Teague kicks to Hunter. Gets stolen by Lowry. Siakam with it. He's picked up by Collins. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Some changes for Toronto. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson in for Kyle Lowry. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. DeAndre Bembry comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Now here's Powell. Here's Davis. Dedmon with the block. Reddish's shot is good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Powell. Following the basket by Cam Reddish.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Bembry the pass to Teague. To the wing on the left. To the middle. Dedmon kicks to Bembry. Throws it up high. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Now here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him. The kick out to T. Jones. It's good on the putback.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Feeds it to Gasol. Pass to Davis. Gasol with it. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thoughts.
It was always a team, and I think
and Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
On the court for Atlanta, Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's Powell on the wing. Gasol inside. Dedmon's there. Here's Boucher. Here's Gasol. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. The Hawks leading. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. Pascal Siakam comes in for Chris Boucher. Anunoby, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Norman Powell. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Here's Herder, following the score by Serge Ibaka. Hunter, the pass to Herder. Van Vliet brings the double team. Young's shot is off. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Another shot. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Toronto working the ball around now. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Clint Capella.
Now Pascal Siakam looking aggressive and determined, which forces the defender to commit the foul.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
I mean, the improvement that we've seen from Siakam, it's like nothing else I've ever seen. He's a huge reason for the success of this Raptors team.
Greg, in 2 short years, this guy triples his output from the floor. He goes from a guy who was getting spot minutes, couldn't really get get into the rotation to an all-star. The transition game, his ability to use that speed, and then his approach, the work habits, both of those two things have been critical to his growth.
Capella with the bucket.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Lowry passes to Ibaka. Rebound by the Hawks. It's stolen by Ibaka. Van Vliet wide open. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Lobbed up there for Collins. The pass to Herder. Now Hunter. And Young with the basket on the assist by Hunter. Young's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. The shot's good. Lowry's got his first points of the night.
Well, small frame, but big heart. How about Kyle Lowry's toughness on the finish through contact?
Hunter, the pass to Capella. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Hawks lead by 4.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oops.
Here's Siakam after Clint Capella's bucket. Siakam kicks to Lowry. 30 seconds left here in the second, and he banks in the layup. Lowry's got his second basket of the night.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Outside Collins. Pass to Herder. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And here's Young from the arc. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here are the Raptors now. Poked away. And a close game so far to the first.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Clint Capella putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 1 and
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Clint Capella has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Raptors 5 right now. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. Now, here is Young, following the miss by Fred Van Vliet. Here's Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game. Raptors trail by 6. Pass to Anunoby. 3-pointer. No good there. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
And they continue to control the glass.
And Herder gets it to go. Herder's got 5 now. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Norman Powell subbed in for Fred VanVleet. The Raptors making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Jones checked in for John Collins. Reddish comes in for Hunter. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for Kevin Huerter.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Powell. Pass to Boucher. 6 to shoot. And again, Toronto no luck.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Now, here's Dedmon. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Bembry the pass to Dedmon. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Dedmon's got his first 2 points of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And Reddish with the slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Off the inbound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Raptors trail by 14. Here's Powell. And a good offensive board when he gets the bucket. Powell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, you don't want to see Norman Powell settling for outside looks. Love when he goes to work down deep. Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date. I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Outside Teague. To the inside. Boucher with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And they go to the intentional foul. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. Bruno Fernando's checked in for the Hawks. Siakam finds Gasol. Down low. It's rebounded by Teague. Teague's got his 4th rebound in this one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
For the finish, and Siakam throws it down.
You have got to take care of the basketball if Mr. Pascal Siakam is around. This guy uses length to create turnovers.
And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And I'll tell you guys, the leap that Pascal Siakam has taken has really been fun to watch. From role player to emerging star. And guys, he's not done growing yet.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Davis. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut back down to 6. They get the basket from Anunoby. Young looking around. In the corner. Herder with it. 11 seconds left in the third. 5 to shoot. Back to Young. Off target. The third quarter comes to a close. Hawks lead by 6. Will be. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Herder the 2 with Hunter at the 3. And it's Young, then it's Collins, and it's Fernando in its center.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses, understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Anunoby. Off target with his 3.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Back to Herder. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Siakam outside. Right side Lowry. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Off target from three-point range. The Hawks leading by 8. Here's Hunter. And he gets the bucket.
Awesome concentration there. When Hunter's committed to scoring, he's hard to stop.
Here's Van Vliet. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists now tonight.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And Young kicks to Collins. And there's the pass to Hunter. It's Young on the wing. Eight feet away. Here's Fernando. It's good. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, this is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
Siakam, right side. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Herder. He's guarded by Anunoby. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland. Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
So it's Toronto now, following the bucket by the Hawks. Tipped away. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hawks.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
Terrence Davis, he's checked in for Toronto. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And it's Reddish in for Hunter. To the paint, It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Davis. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
Wow, what an easy look Kyle Lowry creates for his teammates. One of the best setup men in the entire league.
In the corner, it's Capella. Collins against Davis. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And here is Capella. Lobbed up there for Collins. Capella, the pass to Collins. Back to Capella. To the inside. Left side, Collins. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And that one, good.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And that one falls for Young.
Pretty obvious Young believes in his ability. A fearless shooter who also does a good job at orchestrating the offense.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this fight. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
It sure has. Thanks, D.A. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herder make up the back. And it's Capella in at the 5. Home in the paint. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center position. Brown kicks to Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got the opening bucket of the night here for Boston.
Yeah, in one-on-one situations, Tatum is a nightmare to guard. Versatile offensively and really allows him to score consistently.
Now, here is Young. Outside Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it. Herder passes to Collins. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Walker taking his time here. Tice finds Walker. Brown outside. Pass to Tice. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation. And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
Here's Herder. Right side, Collins. And stolen by Hayward. Tatum. Oh, my goodness.
Did you see
what a play.
Unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups. And I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Yep, that one goes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And it's Brown missing.
Missed opportunity, wide open for mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Down low. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Capella. 5 on the clock. Young outside. From deep. That one doesn't drop. Now Boston takes it the other way. Tice finds Brown. Back to Tice. Celtics passing it around. Walker the pass to Hayward. Fires from 14. Here's Tice. Ejected by Young.
You might ask, how is Trae Young blocking shots? The awareness and the activity level. That's how.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. All alone, and slam dunk by Smart.
Terrific steal. Smart doesn't take a lot of chances, but knows when to pick his spots.
And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
Here's Smart. He dishes it to Cantor. It's stolen by Jones. And Jones slams it home.
Love the unselfishness. Not only can Cam create for himself, he can also create for others.
Smart dishes to Williams. And Jones sends it back. And here we go. Hawks running again. Oh, Teague in position. Jones kicks to Dedmon. Passes it to Reddish. Here's Bembry. Pass to Dedmon. Reddish dishes to Teague. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And it's Williams with the ball for the Boston Celtics, trailing by 2. And it's Brown missing.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Bembry misses. It'll count. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Hawks lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us,
I'm the youngest of 4 boys, so is anybody...
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, you've got Reddish. Bembry out there with Teague. Then it's Jones. And it's Fernando in at the power forward.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Here's Wanamaker. Teague covering. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Hayward comes in for Williams, and Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Then for the Hawks, John Collins, he's checked in for Jones. Hunter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Teague. Young against Walker. Young drives in, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in.
Solid contest from Hunter, using his length to his advantage on the defensive end.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Good on both.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
Here's Tice. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Capella.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Beautiful catch and flush by Collins, a high flyer who attacks the rim with purpose.
Here's Tatum. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. And the Celtics making a change here. Cantor's checked in. Outside Collins. Walker against Young. And good that time.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Celtics trail by 7. Now Walker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Young outside. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. And Boston with the rebound.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. The Celtics have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Walker the pass to Hayward. Cantor inside. Capella's there. Cantor kicks to Hayward. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Stolen by Cantor. Inside. Smart misses. The Hawks leading by 5. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Even though he's an elite scoring talent, Young finds ways to involve his teammates.
Up top, Walker, defended by Young. From 11 feet away. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 12-4 run. 43 seconds left to play in the first half. And the pass to Capella. Clock at 4. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Smart. And here comes the break. Here's Walker. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
The Hawks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Smart. That one goes in. Now just a 3-point Atlanta lead.
And this is why you gave Hayward big money, not just a score in this offense.
Pass to Hunter. Here's Herder. Capella kicks to Hunter. Pass to Young. Over Walker. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Young's got 10 points.
I mean, he's young, but the game just looks like it's slowed down for Trey. Knows exactly where to get his shots.
And that's it for the first.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. Looking at it. Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at point guard. That's the Boston 5.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with great supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Boston. Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Bembry's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teagan for Young.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Left side, Williams. Williams trying to break free. Taken away by Williams. Good D by Jones. Atlanta leading by 7. Reddish the pass to Bembry. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Brown wide open. He fires. Drains the 19-footer. Brown's got 6.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Teague. He's guarded closely. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Celtics with possession here. Celtics trail by 7. And the rejection by Collins.
Excellent feel and timing. Collins does a good job of protecting the rim.
Reddish the pass to Jones. Outside Collins. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Cantor, he checked in for Boston. Marcus Smart comes in for Brown. Cantor missed it, even after all those chances. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
As the league continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Passes to Reddish. And the layup's good off the glass. Reddish has got his first 2 points.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Kemba Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Young comes in for Jeff Teague. Here's Walker. They get it again, and Kent are able to finish.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Reddish dishes to Young. And stolen by Hayward. Oh, and here comes Walker all alone. That's tipped. It's stolen by Reddish. To the paint. And that one's good. Hunter's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Smart passes to Tatum. Hayward outside. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Stolen by Smart. To the inside. Tatum no good. Inside. And stolen by Tatum. In the corner, Smart with it. And so it's Atlanta heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Herder the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Then it's Young. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Fernando in at the 4-seam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Tatum passes to Tice. And Capella sends it back.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Brown is checked in for the Celtics. And a change for the Hawks. Jones is checked in. Young inside. Guarded by Walker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Hawks lead by 9.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Brown kicks to Tatum. No good with the triple. The Hawks shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. And that one's good. Hunter.
Nice look from Kevin. Intelligent and unselfish.
Hayward outside. Capella against Tice. Rebounded by the Hawks.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Young, no good. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Atlanta making a switch here. Collins is checked in. And here is Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
And love seeing Brown drop the hammer. Just an amazing dunker who really bashes it in the basket.
Herder, no good. Celtics trail by 9. Oh, Tatum in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Man, and Tatum gets up on these alley-oops. Has a great grasp of when to attack and exploit the opponent.
Young's shot is good.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Tatum on the wing. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Herder.
And they continue to control the glass.
Collins passes it to Herder. It's stolen by Capella. Down low. Here's Hunter. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Brown. Young with the steal. Here's Herder. Guarded by Walker. Young looking it over. And he lays it straight in. Young's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
With that tight handle, Trae Young can get anywhere on the court he wants to go.
Free throw line jump shot. And it's Brown missing. The Hawks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Terrific vision there with that pass. Hit his teammate perfectly in transition.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. To the middle. Here's Tice. And Capella sends it back. Down low. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Hunter dishes to Young. Just 5 on the clock. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Young's got 20.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Atlanta.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Trae Young.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Ojeleye passes to Langford. Looking to end the run. Boston, no good that time either. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jones kicks to Teague. The pass to Graham. Teague surveying the D. For the 3. They get it back.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
for the land of the free.
It's NBA basketball on DA.
Hey, Kevin, the Atlanta.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hawks, Herder the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the point. Here's Westbrook, and the basket is good.
No matter where the play is, Westbrook comes to support it, able to get back up court so fast.
And when you think about being fashion forward, Russell Westbrook's fearlessness extends to his game day outfits.
Well, come on, Jay. Russ lives by the motto, why not? I mean, same reckless abandon we see on the court, yeah, it's reflected in his clothing.
Here's Herder, 4 on the shot clock. And here's Young from the arc. Second shot opportunity, and Capella with a nice bucket inside.
A workhorse from the glass. Capella ready to pounce on misses as soon as the shot goes up.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Now, here is Young. Back to Herder. Young outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, tight little up fake there. Young using it to create contact, and we know he's a terrific free throw shooter.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And so Young nails them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Harden's shot is off.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Here's Herder. Passes it to Capella. Young left side. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
On the wing, Harden. The feed to Tucker. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
I mean, he's got a lot of smarts on the court, but Tucker doesn't need to think too much on that assist. He was wide open.
Now Young. Rebounded by Tucker.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Young against Westbrook. Young, good. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Young with no one around. Again, Young missing.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count him.
Tucker. Back to Covington. Kicks to Harden. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. Trailing by 2. Stripped it away. Covington's shot is off. For Atlanta, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Pass to Hunter. Back to Young. Misses the layup.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Takes it out to Covington. Houston moving it around. And Capella sends it back.
You got to be careful when Capella is patrolling the area. He's an excellent shot blocker who uses his length well.
Clock at 2. Here's Westbrook. Rebound by the Hawks. Now, here's Hunter. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Collins looking around. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Rockets ahead, up 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Jones. Then it's Reddish. Then there's Teague. And it's Bembry in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Great communication on the alley-oop. And it's all knotted up.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And Green slams it in.
Well, I think playmaking has always been in Gordon's DNA. He loves to score, don't get me wrong. He also loves to shoot.
The jump hook. Here's Jones. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Gordon. Back to Rivers, to the paint. And then Gordon with the dunk.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Bembry the pass to Reddish. Teague against Gordon. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for the Hawks. Now here's Reddish. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy lay.
Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Rivers against T. McLemore dishes to Green. A second chance effort. Kicks it out to Gordon. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Reddish.
Now look, he was laying in wait for that pass. I mean, lured him into his trap.
Here's Bembry. Carroll covering. Here's Reddish. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Jones has got it all tied up now for Atlanta.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Rivers finds Green. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Rivers against T. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. There's the pass to Bembry. Second chance shot. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Here's Bembry. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Reddish. Teague drives in, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Collins checked in for Jones. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Reddish. Young is subbed in for Benbury.
And the floater from Harden, that beautiful raindrop, teardrop rainbow is just exceptional. No way the D can contest that in time. You cannot jump higher than that ball.
Here's Young. James Harden picking up that last basket. And Young, here we go. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 8 points.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Teague can't hit. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Houston. Houston moving the ball around. Harden with it. Picked up by Teague. Back to Harden. Reverses. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
For the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Clint Capella comes in for Collins. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Jeff Teague. And a switch here also for Houston. House is checked in.
You know, there's one award that Harden has won. I think you can pretty much say for sure he'll never win again. That's 6th man of the year. It's hard to believe there was ever a time this man wasn't a starter.
Now, here is Young. He's got 8. One-on-one fast break and an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first free throw is good.
Quick fact for you guys. P.J. Tucker is the #1 sneakerhead in the NBA, and it's not even close. The man owns hundreds and hundreds of kicks. In the 2018 playoffs, P.J. wore 22 different pairs of shoes in 17 games.
Shots good by Dedmon.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Harden outside. 1 second left. It could go. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rockets lead by 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the small forward.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young, solid. They're just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Covington finds Harden. Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. And last season, P.J. Tucker signing a 6-figure sneaker deal with Nike, maybe helping to offset how much he spent on shoes over the years.
Yeah, G.A., the most renowned sneakerhead in this league. He owns thousands of pairs, and you don't even see him change sets in the middle of a game.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. In the corner, Harden. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. This is his second trip to the free throw line. And so he hits the technical free throw. For the Hawks, Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter, and it's Bembry in for Trae Young. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeff Green is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Tamari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And McLemore, he's checked in for Daniel House. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Green, another miss by Houston.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
And the dunk by Capella.
And sometimes all you got to do is lob it Capella's way. Often he takes care of the rest.
Passes it to Rivers. Carroll kicks to Harden. No good on the three.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And here's Harden. 12 points for him. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, you love seeing Harden take off of the slam. He has just unreal hops.
Herder passes to Collins. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Herder. Clock at 6. Lob pass to Capella. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Carroll. Up again. Knocked away. Back to Harden. Goes up again. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Here's Herder, guarded by Harden. Herder passes to Bembry. Capella trying to free himself up. Bembry misses. The Rockets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. From the low block, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Green. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead. To the inside. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Damian Jones comes in for John Collins. Hunter's checked in for Kevin Herder. And it's Teagan for Bembry. And then for Houston, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for Tamari Carroll. And Gordon subbed in for Austin Rivers. Teague dishes to Hunter. Now here's Reddish. Defended by Gordon. Hunter kicks to Reddish. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Houston moving it around. There's Gordon with the 3. He can't get it to go. And Atlanta will come the other way. And the turnover again by Atlanta. Hawks making a switch here. Young's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Daniel House is checked in for McLemore. And it's Russell Westbrook in for James Harden. Rockets leading by 5. Over to the left wing. Pass to Westbrook. Covington kicks to Westbrook. Back to Covington. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Young is double. Stolen by Gordon. The Rockets another fast break opportunity here. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
Atlanta making a switch here. Fernando's checked in.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
And here's Houston. They're on a 13-5 run. Now the pass to Westbrook. Whoops, they pick off the pass. The Atlanta shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And he sinks the second. Here's Westbrook. Just 3 on the clock. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. James Harden getting it done for Houston. It's been an excellent. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. The Hawks trail by 5. They've got Hunter. Trae Young is out there with Teague. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Fernando in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Young, good. Young's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Hawks.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Westbrook against Young. Tucker. Dedmon with the block. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Young's running. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
Back to Gordon. Feeds to House. And the officials call a traveling violation.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. You got to play heads up out there.
Atlanta making some changes. Collins comes in for Bruno Fernando. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Jeff Teague. Westbrook against Young. And they take the lead. Young's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And Westbrook, here we go. Dedmon with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Here's Westbrook. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Oh, showing the muscle right there. I love how Westbrook takes on all comers when he's trying to score.
Dedmon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
He hits the second from the line.
Top of the line, competitive spirit for P.J. Tucker. Doesn't mind doing the dirty work.
Yeah, he's just ecstatic to contribute to a winning team. After bouncing around all those years in Europe and then those losing years in Phoenix, he's found a home in Houston.
Reddish, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. Back to Harden. Releases from 15. Another miss by Houston. The Hawks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. To the right side. Pass to Huerter. 5 to shoot. Back to Young. Shoots the three. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Westbrook passes to Gordon. On the wing, Harden. Houston moving it around. Covington finds Tucker. Harden outside. Stolen by Collins. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Is the lob to the hoop. Young outside. Collins. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Collins has got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
And pressure doesn't get to Collins. Baskets like that prove how locked in he is.
From deep, Harden buries it from three-point range. Harden's got 24 points.
He wants the ball. They want him to have the ball. And as usual, he comes through in the clutch.
Passes to Herder. Young looking it over. Reddish with the ball. Back to Young. 6 on the shot clock. Off target from the wing. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. Here's Covington. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Tucker, look at him. He's providing for his squad. He worked so hard to deliver when they needed more.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. It's Westbrook with the drive. It's in!
The brute strength of Tucker, so effective at pushing through whatever the defense throws his way.
Young outside. To the left side wing. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by Tucker. Six seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harden outside. Covington wide open. He fires. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And now it's an 8-point Rocket lead.
And Covington, this is one of his favorite shots. He's a lights-out perimeter shooter with textbook form.
Reddish kicks to Young. Offensive rebound. Capella. From outside the arc. Connects from downtown.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Our setting tonight. And his thing.
Kevin, thanks.
Oh, you know what? I love that work ethic. Thanks, DA. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Right, Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And for Atlanta, Young and Herder make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Shot clock at 6. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Fast break Toronto. Siakam's running. Tries from 7. And Siakam throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Count that bucket.
You just can't take Trae Young lightly from anywhere on the floor. These kind of shots will help him get into a rhythm.
Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
Herder passes to Collins. Now, here's Hunter. Young left side. Good. Young's got his second bucket.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Van Vliet finds Ibaka. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Young is double. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Well, that's the attitude that the coaching staff talked to us about before the game. Heads up, aggressive play, and right at whoever's guarding Trae Young.
Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
The pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
Toronto, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Anunoby. And the rejection by Collins. For 3, Van Vliet. And the 3 ball is good. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Young with the ball. Now guarded by Siakam. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Anunoby. And the shot goes down.
Yeah, feel for him right now, guys. He's much better than this 1-for-4 start. He just needs to relax a little bit out there and let that game come around to him.
Now here's Capella. Here's Young. And he banks in the layup. Young's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he...
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played them.
And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedman's checked in for Capella. Jones comes in for Collins. Bembry's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Teague in for Young. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Powell, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Terrence Davis in for Fred VanVleet. Now here's Jones. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Gasol. Ball stolen. The kick out to Teague. Back to Jones. And he gets the whistle. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Davis finds Gasol. Here is Davis. Lob pass to Gasol. It's stolen by Reddish. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He notched 8. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Atlanta, Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Jones. Then it's Dwayne Dedman. And it's Herder in at the small forward.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Hawks making a switch here. Fernando's checked in. Here's Herder. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Herder finds an open teammate.
Davis dishes to Powell. Lob pass to Gasol. Boucher kicks to Powell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Hawks leading by 7. Out left to the wing. Edmond passes to Fernando. And he uses the glass on the layup. Fernando's got 4 this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The shot by Powell, no good. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Fernando can't get it to go.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Now Powell still looking for his first bucket in this one. And here's Davis for 3. It's rebounded by Herder. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Well, great to see Jeff Teague get up for jams like that. Caught everyone by surprise.
Raptors trail by 11. Outside for Davis. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Pass to Powell. Fast break. Here we go. Pushing it up. Fernando, the pass to Dedman.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedman hustling around.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. A free throw drops for Dedman. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man,
man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Siakam, left side. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. It's tipped. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Just 5 to shoot. Young against Van Vliet. Outside Collins. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Siakam left side. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Jones comes in for Collins. And it's Reddish in for Benford.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And you just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
And how about the experience of Lowry on full display there? Just finding the open man, and guy's been doing this for now over a decade.
Hands it from downtown.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Out to the right wing. Van Vliet outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's the Hawks' ball. They're on a 15-4 run. Young against Lowry. Young drives in, and the rejection by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Clock is at 3. Young from outside. Another 3 for Atlanta.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Ibaka, the pass to Anunoby. Count it. Good. Anunoby's got 6.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 14 points. And
with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. Lowry kicks to Anunoby. Launches a 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 19 points. Herder passes to Collins. And here is Capella. Defended by Ibaka. Back to Capella. It's deflected. 6 to shoot. Young with no one around. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
And there's the call on John Collins. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Hawks, Bruno Fernando comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Teague in for Young. Then for the Raptors, Chris Boucher comes in for Serge Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Anunoby. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Siakam, right side. Van Vliet wide open. And the 3 off target. The Hawks leading by 19. Inside. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, when Collins gets up there like that, look out.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
And the Hawks making a change here. Bembry's checked in. Outside for Gasol. Powell for 3. And again, Toronto no up.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Teague with a clean look. The Hawks again can't hit. Raptors trail by 21. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his first bucket of the night.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Bembry the pass to Herder. Here's Bembry, now recovering. In the corner, Herder with it. Hits the three-point bomb. Herder's got his first 3 points of the game.
How many times have we seen a possession take that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now the Hawks moving it the other way. He lobs it up.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Lowry finds Hollis Jefferson. Now Gasol. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Defense getting too close. Lowry has that instinct to read what's happening. Takes the shot there into the contact.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jones checked in for Bruno Fernando. Wayne Dedman comes in for Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. And Toronto also making a switch. Terrence Davis, he's checked in for Chris Boucher. Jones, that's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Raptors. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Reddish with the slam.
And Reddish out there running on the break. That's the best way to reward a teammate for that kind of defensive pressure.
Lowry drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. DeAndre Hunter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Serge Ibaka is checked in for the Raptors. OG Anunoby comes in for Kyle Lowry. Capella kicks to Young. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Fred Van Vliet is checked in for Toronto. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anunoby finds Van Vliet. That three off the mark. Atlanta's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Throws it up high. Capella, the pass to Reddish. Now Young. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Raptors. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Davis, that's for 2. And that one released in time, but no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jones is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Young. Then it's Reddish. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true. But also give him credit for being unselfish.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Jones with the stuff.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Van Vliet kicks to Davis. Launches it. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Davis has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Young from outside. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys. 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Anunoby has the open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
The edge on the glass.
Too much
at that.
And that's some athleticism on display as Cam Reddish gets to the rim.
Anunoby against Jones. Anunoby kicks to Van Vliet. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Van Vliet can't get it to go. The Hawks have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Hunter, the pass to Young.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Atlanta's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Hunter dishes to Young. From deep. No good. Shot missing. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Here's Ibaka. Here's Van Vliet. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. First one falls for him. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. A new group in now for the Raptors. Chris Boucher's checked in for Ibaka. Stanley Johnson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Thomas checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Davis. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. To the left wing. Outside Teague. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Bembry. Offensive rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Boucher kicks to Hollis-Jefferson. Thomas gets a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Thomas got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Boucher with the steal. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Teague, and it's blocked.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hawks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trae Young.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
The Raptors making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. On the wing, Johnson. Graham defending to the wing right side. And again, Toronto no up. And here's Atlanta. Down low. Thomas with the steal. Fast break, Toronto. Shot and game clock separated by 5.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And stolen by Thomas. Gasol deciding where to go with it. Outside Thomas. It's stolen by T. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better. coming right up. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for DA.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he has been a great addition. Thanks for that report. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Jason Tatum is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. And for Atlanta, Herder the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. Now here's Walker. Over Young. Left side, Brown. Tice controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And the pass to Young. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Walker.
Jaylen Brown thrives when it comes to scoring through contact. This is a guy who is constantly looking to initiate that body contact with the defense.
And Doris, much has been made of Brown's improvement offensively, and rightly so. But when you ask Coach Stevens about him, he always goes back to his defense.
Well, it's never a surprise for the coach that is the first and foremost thing on their mind. At 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan, that incredible athleticism, Jaylen Brown can guard the elite wings in this league, and he holds his own and competes at a high level. It's a must-have for any championship team.
And here's Young from the arc. The Hawks again can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Hawks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Herder. Back to Young. Shot clock at 5.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now. And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Brown feeling it out a bit. To the inside. Here's Tice. Out to Hayward. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tatum passes to Tice. Shoots. The Celtics need to get a shot off, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group in for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Now, here's Reddish. Makes it off the glass. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Now here's Tatum. Dedmon with the block. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here's Smart. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Tatum passes to Wanamaker. Fires from deep. No good on the shot. And Atlanta will come the other way. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Here's Wanamaker. Teague covering. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Boston, no good that time either.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot. Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Here's Smart following the basket by Cam Reddish. Here's Wanamaker. Cantor trying to free himself up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the Hawks making a change here. Fernando's checked in. Celtics also with a sub. Williams, he's checked in for Cantor.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard. Jeff Teague unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
Now here's Williams. Here's Wanamaker. Tatum on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. Tatum's got his second bucket tonight.
Jason Tatum's form is pure on the catch and shoot. So nice.
Outside Teague. Here's Reddish. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. Tie game in Atlanta. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the floor for Boston. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. Just 2 to shoot. Teague drives in. Here's Dedmon. Pass to Hunter. And here's Reddish. Here's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the shot goes in. Brown's got 6.
Well, how about Jaylen Brown in transition, a phenomenal finisher in the open floor.
Dedmon. Williams with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile one block?
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Atlanta making some changes. John Collins, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Kevin Huerter comes in for Reddish. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. And then for Boston, Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Hayward comes in for Smart. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Brown right side. And he overshot that one, missing. The Hawks trailing. Here's Hunter. Count it. Hunter's got his first basket of the night.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
And here's Brown outside. And he's good on the 3-ball.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Outside Collins. He kicks it to Young. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Another shot. It's deflected. Here's Brown. Trae Young grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
There's Walker with the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's his first foul. Jones checked in for the Hawks. Celtics also with a sub. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Williams. And Jones slams it home.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Brown, good.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And it's Jones, that time on the assist from Young. Jones has got it all tied up now for Atlanta. Brown outside. To the middle, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. And Atlanta has possession after Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. It's Brown on the wing. And the dunk by Brown.
Now, don't you love how Brown just barrels into the teeth of the defense? This is a shifty forward who knows how to get to the rack.
And Young kicks to Collins. Young inside. He's against Cantor.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And the basket by Tatum.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Brown. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, you have got to appreciate how hard Jaylen Brown goes. Amazing how he gets defenders to foul him when he's going up with his shot.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Jones. Bruno Fernando comes in for John Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teagan for Trae Young. And then for Boston, Williams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Marcus Smart comes in for Daniel Tice. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Fernando. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Brown, good.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
And stolen by Tatum. Kicks to Smart. Brown outside. Pass to Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
There is a deceptive quickness with Jason Tatum. When he's attacking the basket, it puts the defense in a compromising position.
And so Tatum nails them both. 5 seconds left now here in the second. It's tipped, and so it's Boston in command. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. A tremendous game we're seeing from Jaylen Brown. He had 20 points and 1 assist. He's been a different player than he was their last outing when he... And...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Huerter make up the backcourt, and it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce.
getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Tice with the ball. He's picked up by Collins.
Wow, he got whacked.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Brown outside. Hunter grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Walker. Finished off the break.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Tatum's shot is off.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Herder, no good.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Tice, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
So for the Hawks, Jones comes in for Collins, and it's Reddish in for Kevin Herder. Then for the Celtics, Cantor comes in for Daniel Tice, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Brown. Tatum on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark. The Hawks trail by 18. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And there's Hunter on the assist by Jones.
Awesome concentration there. When Hunter's committed to scoring, he's hard to stop.
Smart passes to Tatum. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the paint. Here's Capella. No good that time. Now Boston takes it the other way.
And Doris, when you're identifying the heart and soul of this Celtics team, Smart is always at the center of that discussion.
Marcus Smart is so passionate. He's so tough, so willing to get down and do the dirty work that affect winning. And consider the role he's taken now as the leader of the Celtics. The ability to mentor a young guy like Grant Williams. Marcus Smart, you want him on your side.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Bruno Fernando comes in for Jones. Andre Bembry's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. Then for the Celtics, Robert Williams is checked in for Enes Kanter. Williams comes in for Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Nice shot by Smart. And the Celtics lead by 18.
Well, you have to respect the physicality of Marcus Smart's game, right? Just because you make contact with him doesn't mean he's not going to finish.
Fernando can't get it to go. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Boston. The feed to Hayward. Nice ball movement by Boston. It's blocked. Here's Bembry, and there's the pass to Reddish. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Teague. Defense right on him, and he gets it to go. Teague's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, it'll take more than that to stop Jeff Teague. Just determined to score despite any obstacle.
Smart passes to Wanamaker. Takes the three. They get it back. Williams tries again. Wanamaker misses.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And some changes here for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Gordon Hayward. 30 seconds left in the third. Williams trying to break free. Brown, good. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, increasingly we've seen Jaylen Brown willing to shoulder the offensive burden, and boy, the ability just blossoming.
Dedmon's shot is off. Celtics leading by 17. And it's blocked. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Here's Teague. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And don't be deceived by the small frame of Jeff Teague. This guy is fearless attacking the defense inside and drawing contact.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws. And so it's the Boston Celtics. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Right back after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Boston leading by 15. On the court right now for the Celtics. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Hawks shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Bembry shot good.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense. That's just way too easy, guys.
Here's Wanamaker. Brown outside. No good on the triple.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That'll be his second foul of the game. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Hunter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. And then for Boston, Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Williams. Jason Tatum comes in for Marcus Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
Passes it to Tatum. On the wing, Brown. He's guarded by Collins. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Brown missing. The Hawks trail by 13. Back to Collins. Pass to Herder. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Tice.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Herder passes to Young. Oh, that's blocked. They recover it. Takes a 3.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Outside Collins. Back to Herder. Young against Walker. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Stolen by Collins. Here's Hunter. And Cantor pulls it down.
And fought hard to make his way to the rim, but give the D credit. Did just enough to force him to clank that one. I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Young outside. From deep three-point range, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, Walker. Brown outside. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. That's good from Cantor.
What you love about Enes Kanter to me is every night he's capable of a double-double. He's an efficient low-post scorer and a determined rebounder. This guy can play now. Let's make no mistake.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And a new group in for the Celtics. Shemi Ojeley's checked in for Daniel Tice. Green comes in for Tatum. Langford's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker's subbed in for Kemba Walker.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jaylen Brown.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Here's Green. Cantor kicks to Green. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so Graham will bring it up for Atlanta. Pass to Reddish. Feeds it to Jones. From down in the low post, it goes. Here's Wanamaker. Here's Ojeley. Fires for 3. Not going to go that time. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.